I'm Sandra Rice. I was behind the idea. The design, eventually, it was my husband who thought about this design, and I loved it straight away. He was the one that pointed it out, and then we chose the colours that we wanted. So it was a bit of give and take, but I'm so pleased that we've gone with Grace, because I don't think any of the others that would have suited what we wanted as a summer house. So yeah, I just love it.
I didn't want a garden house. I really didn't want to be doing any more DIY, digging trenches, putting down foundations and stuff like that. So I was quite resistant to the idea of doing more work in the garden. But I gave in to pressure from my missus, and to be honest, I'm glad I did.
The idea of a summer house first sparked in my head, I could say about 4 years ago. That's what I wanted. My husband was maybe against the idea because of costs. Then 2 years ago, it was around about COVID time, so maybe a bit after that, I broached the subject again, and my husband then thought, well, we'll have a look at different variations, because the corner of the garden is where the sun comes down, and I wanted to be able to sit in the garden all day rather than just be in the morning where the morning sun's on the patio. I wanted to be in the garden all day in the sun when it was sunshine. So that was the idea, was from there really, and that's exactly what I've got. It's not the original designs that we originally thought about having, but this is far more superior to the first ideas that we had. And then it took till last year before we actually got it built. So I've got what I wanted.
Well, I had some fun and games doing the base. Obviously, trying to get builders is not easy, especially at short notice. But I had some help from my neighbour 2 doors down, who is a builder, so he helped me do the project, which was absolutely superb, because I wouldn't have been able to do it on my own. And when I spoke to John at Palmako, he said that if I got them to do it, he'd send his best man Richie down, which he did. And in hindsight, it's the best thing I did, because there's no way I could have built this on my own. The wooden bits for it are massive. I mean, we needed 3 of us to lift one of the beams. It was that long. So yeah, it was a good call.
The garden house that we have now is exactly what I wanted. I've been wanting a summer house for a long time to go in this garden. It's big enough to have something of that size. I love the inside, how we've decorated it, how tranquil it is, and the soundproofing it has. We live on a busy road, so you hear the traffic all the time. You get used to it, obviously, but if you want a total breakaway, you just come down, sit in the summer house with the windows shut, and you can't hear anything. It's so peaceful, and you can sit and read a book and feel like you're abroad somewhere when the sun's coming through the window. And I like the veranda as well, because we sit on a night the sun's coming down. It's just a nice place to sit and relax and watch the sun go down. We're always down there because we're always in the garden anyway. My husband's in the garden all the time, and I'll just maybe go and sit and read a book or sunbathe.
We're using it more now that the weather's getting better and we've got the electrics fitted inside. It's become an asset really, because we can get away from the house, get some peace and quiet down here, especially with our grandson. My son works from home, so it can get a bit noisy. So bringing him down here, he's out of the way, so my son can work in peace, and we can limit it all down here. So we open it up, we bring the garden toys down for him and all that, and he loves it, and it's great.
Well, the evening, obviously, we'll have our dinners, and then, have a wind down, maybe a glass of wine or something, and then we'll come and sit in the summer house, and in the future we're hoping to watch movies. We've just got a new drop down screen, so we started watching a film last night, and I think that's what we're going to do most nights now. Really, I've had my girlfriends over drinking wine, and they loved it, especially at night. We've got fairy lights up right round the whole of the summer house, and like a ceiling of fairy lights, and they just think it was magical. Music, the soundproofing on it's excellent. We've got like a speaker system, and when the doors are shut, no matter how loud it is, you cannot hear it from outside. So the soundproofing is excellent in there.
Well, last night I was in there watching the football. I bought a projector and a pull-down screen, and it's massive and it's fantastic, and so I can just sit down there, watch what I want to watch in peace and quiet. It's absolutely, it's a bit of a man cave on an evening for me. Well, yeah, Sandra uses it more for inviting friends around and looking after our grandson. I use it more for me, really. It's a bolt hole. The build quality is excellent. It's got a lovely thick wall, so it's well insulated. The sliding doors are superb. They're the sort of things you'd expect on a normal house, not on a summer house. And I love the idea, the veranda area where we can sit out on an evening. The sun is shining there, so we can sit out on the sunbeds and enjoy the end of the day, watch the sun go down. It's lovely and peaceful.
Must-haves for the summer house was being big enough inside to have like a lounger seating area for a family of 8. We've got that, and an outside space. So if it was raining, or we had having a barbecue outside and it was raining, we had over like cover, but also somewhere for if we did have a big party, there's people to stand. It's a place for people to stand, be together. I like the way the side doors open, so it brings it outside in. So if you've got too many people for inside the summer house, you're still conversing and being a part of the party, if you like, with the two sides interacting. And obviously you've got the outside space as well. But yeah, a year since having it, I honestly think it was well worth it. It's the best thing that we decided to do for this garden. We often look at it from the kitchen window down to the bottom of the garden, and it's just special. Don't regret it one bit. We often said to it, it's one of the best decisions we ever made. Whatever the cost, we would have still gone with it.
Yeah, it seems to be aging well. It does get hot in there, so you do need to open the doors up to cool the place down, and it dries out. So I bought a humidifier just to keep the humidity levels up, because you know what wood's like, it expands and all that. We don't want that to have any movement if we can avoid that. But yeah, it's lovely inside. It dries a bone. Absolutely fantastic. It's starting to come into its own with the electrics being added, and that it gives us that more flexibility. And as the weather improves, it will, we're using it most of the week now when the grandson comes down round, because we're watching him. So we're in there a hell of a lot. Not so much on an evening. But now that we've got the heater in there, it warms up in minutes, and so I can use it on an evening when I want to watch something on the TV that Sandra doesn't want to watch. I've got somewhere to go, and it's nice and quiet. Yeah, you can use it, all the time. It's perfect. We tend to, mornings we sit on the patio in the sunshine, have a cup of coffee and all that, and then as the sun creeps down the garden, then the patio then is in the shade, and then we relocate it to the sun down here, so we get the best of everything.
It was also smooth. I mean, my husband did the concrete base. He decided he wanted to do that himself, which he did with a friend, and it was so straightforward. it obviously checked the planning and what you needed to, where it needed to be positioned from the neighbours' fences and everything, and then it was just a straightforward, no hassle build. The builder who built it was excellent. Why we liked Palmako the best was we'd looked at lots of brochures, looked online, found your business online, ordered the catalogue, and it was so specific inside the catalogue of what were the measurements, what colours were, how it would be built, and then from there we chose what we wanted, and there was an offer on as well at the time, which obviously was great. And then my husband rang the head office, and they were just excellent. You know, we had a rapport with them, and yeah, the design was better than any that we'd looked at online or in other brochures. The quality is second to none as far as I'm concerned. I've already recommended it to my friends who love it, and a couple of them have got gardens that it would fit really nicely in.